Welcome to a journey through the vibrant world of swing jazz. Get ready to tap your toes and learn how this dynamic genre laid the foundation for modern music. Did you know that without swing jazz, we might never have had rock and roll, pop grooves, or even hip-hop beats? This often overlooked genre didn't just get people dancing in the 1930s. It laid the rhythmic foundation for music as we know it. But swing is rarely given the credit it deserves. Many fans of rock, R&B, and pop don't realize that the grooves, backbeats, and even improvisation techniques they love were first popularized by swing legends almost a century ago. Why has this impact been buried under modern trends? Because swing is often seen as old music rather than the origin story of today's soundtracks. But trust me, once you hear the infectious energy of this era, you'll understand why it's anything but old school. So let's break it down. Swing jazz exploded in the 1930s and 40 seconds with artists like Benny Goodman, Count Basie, Duke Ellington, and Glenn Miller. These bands were the original architects of modern music, introducing powerful brass sections, syncopated rhythms, walking bass lines, and a strong emphasis on improvisation. These musical traits became the backbone of rhythm and blues and rock. Even modern genres like funk, soul, and hip-hop owe a debt to the looseness and groove of swing-era jams. It wasn't just music. It was freedom expressed in rhythm. As John Hammond, a legendary jazz promoter, put it, if you had to reduce all American music to its lowest common denominator, it would be swing. Now let's talk about a key turning point. In the 1940s, a swing saxophonist and bandleader named Louis Jordan started blending jazz with jump blues, creating a sound that was both sophisticated and down and dirty. This fusion laid the blueprint for rock and roll. One of his most famous songs, Caledonia, had the energy, the backbeat, and the lyrical punch that later artists like Chuck Berry and Little Richard would take to the top of the charts. Without swing's syncopation and swagger, that leap might never have happened. In fact, when Bill Haley and his Comets recorded Rock Around the Clock, they were directly channeling the spirit of Louis Jordan. And Jordan wasn't the only one influencing the next generation. The great riffs and improvisational genius of guitarists like Charlie Christian and T-Bone Walker left an indelible mark on early rock guitarists. They were the progenitors of the guitar hero, laying down six-string foundations that would make Chuck Berry run wild or Scotty Moore find his place in history alongside Elvis Presley. It's no surprise that many of the greatest jazz musicians got their start in swing. They were part of a musical movement that broke away from the confines of traditional jazz and embraced a more danceable, high-energy sound. Artists like Dizzy Gillespie, Charlie Parker, and Thelonious Monk honed their skills during the swing era, learning from the masters and laying the groundwork for what would become bebop. And let's not forget about the vocalists. The smooth crooning of artists like Frank Sinatra and the powerful belting of Ella Fitzgerald brought a new level of sophistication to jazz. Their phrasing, their timing, and their ability to connect with a song like no one else could were essential to the great American songbook and the evolution of jazz vocals. Swing was more than just music. It was a cultural phenomenon. It brought people together in a time of great social change, and its influence can still be felt today. From the grooves of Motown to the swagger of hip-hop, from the cinematic scores of film to the timeless standards still being covered by today's artists, swing's fingerprints are everywhere. Take a closer listen to your favorite pop, rock, or hip-hop tracks. Chances are you'll hear echoes of swing in the drums, the bass lines, the brass hits, and the call and response vocals. In a world that often feels too serious, swing reminds us to cut loose, to find the joy in the unexpected, and to embrace the power of collective improvisation. So the next time you hear a song that makes you want to dance, take a moment to appreciate the swing giants who made it possible. Their music lives on, not just in the classics, but in every beat that breaks the rules and every note that swings. So who's your favorite swing jazz artist? Drop their name in the comments below and let the rhythm swing you forward. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe so you never miss a beat. Our next video on the rise of bebop and beyond is coming soon.